time for manager interviews presented by Sage, and we are thrilled, more than thrilled. We're fired up. Alex Cora in studio. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Good
Happy to be here.
How you doing?
By the way, thank you for the welcome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we were kind of all, Dero and I were going, we were kind of hoping that maybe the Red Sox find a way, just for the sake, because we knew you were coming in this morning. That's the only reason. So we appreciate you coming in after.
I saw the hit. I was like, oh, shoot. We got to go? Do I have to go?
Yes, you guys. We're so happy you're here. How do you, I was watching last night thinking, how do you manage a game now as opposed to April? Is it the same way or is it a little bit different?
It's different.
How so?
I mean, every game counts, and that's how it goes. But you pay attention to what's going on around the league, to be honest with you. I was watching the Tigers earlier. For the first time in a while, I'm rooting against my brother. He's the third base coach for the Tigers. I'm like, I hope they lose. I don't want my brother to be successful. But you know what happened during the day. You're running out of time. We still got 3 games against the Twins, and that's our only goal. Like, when we get to Fenway next week, we're either 3 back, 2 back, or 1. That's our main goal. And usage-wise, the bullpen, that's something that worries me a lot. We were talking about it 5 minutes ago, but the guys have been pitching a lot. There's been a lot of close games, but we have to go, We're not going to throw Kenley 3 days in a row in April, in May, but maybe we'll do it now. And, we're playing almost 500, 1 game over, and it's been tough. But the boys are grinding, which is cool. We played a great game yesterday in Yankee Stadium.
I want to jump off that. Take me through when you first get to the yard. Like, what are you going through? Doing the WBC and managing for the first time, a lot of it was kind of predetermined because of the pitch counts and usage of guys. But then there were moments where it had to be decided by the manager, and it gets fast, and you got to make those moves. So take me through, like, 1 o'clock when you first get to your office. What are you focused on right out of the gate? Usage of your bullpen?
The first thing I want to know is the lineup, the opposing lineup. Lately, we've been facing a lot of lefties, right? Because our guys are righties, sinker bowlers. Yeah. We only have 1 lefty in the bullpen. So try to find the matchup of the righty that is going to help, late in the game. If it's Slayton, who has swing and miss.
Bullets.
Yeah, he's really good, by the way, really good. Chris Martin, we know Kenley has a 9. We know that. How are we going to use Marty? How are we going to use Slayton, Winkowski? Bales is doing an outstanding job preparing everybody. We talk a little bit right before the game, and then the game will dictate what we do. People think like everything is a script at the big league level. Nah, it's not. I guarantee you that. You see the game, you watch the game, you see the swings. Yesterday at the end, 10th inning, you got Soto, you got Judge. Oof, what do we do here? And actually Bales came up to me. He's like, hey, how about, thinking about walking Soto? And I'm like,
let sleeping dogs lie.
I look at that guy in the on-deck circle, and I'm like, how about striking out Soto? Yeah. Then we walk him, and then we got the double play, and then base hit. I'm like, maybe Bales was right. But you prepare yourself. That's the most important thing. I tell you, something that is a lot different now than in 2018. I'll be grinding in the hotel right now. Look at the computer, look at the iPad, looking like matchups, whatever. Bro, no. We get up in the morning, we run. We go to Central Park. I just ran 3 miles, I have to disconnect myself from this madness, because if not, you saw me last year.
Yeah. You were grinding.
Big,
Well,
so
the boiler was growing.
It was huge.
What do fans not understand about your job? Because first of all, they all
we only have 30 minutes.
They all think that they can do it. But what's the biggest thing that they don't understand about your job?
26 guys. You have to manage 26 guys, and they're all different, from different backgrounds. They have different goals. Yes, the Boston Red Sox wants to make it to the playoffs and win the World Series, but each individual have their own goal, right? 30 homers, 300, 30 saves, all that, and you have to manage that. Plus, you have to deal with the other part of it, which is, I think my experience with media, Booney, David Ross, we were part of this. We understand how it works. Yeah. The talking to the media twice a day and the narrative and all that. but that's tough because you have to keep the message very consistent. The first day you sit there in Fort Myers, whatever you said, you got to remember what you said that day. You have to.
That's right. That's
you
good.
have to because
good point.
as soon as you go, you deviate from that. Somebody from the media is going to remind you, no, you said this. So.
And we think you're boring saying the same thing all year.
I love to be boring. Just keep it that way.
It's good to be boring.
Yeah.
Speaking of players and guys on your team, I'm just watching your team and so many good players. Obviously, Devers in the middle there. We've watched him for years. But Jaron Duran at the top of that, at the top. Tell me about him. He's a guy plays with his hair on fire. He's a guy who would come, watch play. Tell me about what's he like.
Just intensity. He's intense, and he loves playing the game. He struggled a few years ago as far as like the offensive part of it, right? A lot of swing and misses. He's had made adjustments. He's the perfect example that you have to trust the process, right? Like when they get here, it's not the final product. No, we still have to help him to become the player we envisioned when we drafted him. And this year, we were in spring training, and we're talking, and like, you think you can play 162? And he's like, oh, no, you don't have it. He looked at me like, no, you're not gonna let me do it. I'm like, what? What? Of course, he's not gonna do it because of his situation, right? And he's working on that, and he's getting better. But he's gonna play 160, And I think it's very important for the Boston Red Sox that the leadoff guy plays every single day.
Posts.
I think, you always talk about it here. You have to post, right? Because when Roman Anthony and Marcelo Myers,
show
and
up.
Teal,
You
and
either
Campbell,
post or you
they
get
come
out.
here, this is what we do. The Atlanta Braves.
I know.
I mean, they play. And we live in an era that we take care of the players so much.
Load management.
Right? Bro, you know what? Your best players, they have to be on the field.
Yep.
Most of the time. And Jaron's doing that.
I got to ask you this question because, and answer it however you want. First off, 3 years, 21 mil. Let's go.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
I texted you the night it went down because you could have went to free agency. I know we talk about all the players going to free agency, but Craig Counsell set a bar out there, and you were getting ready to be. And I think you're one of the best to do it.
Thank you.
So I'm sitting there on a nightly basis. I'm like, he must really love Boston. Now you got handsomely paid, but you could have saw what else was out there.
We love it. We love it.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I kept telling people my favorite team is the Cora Felicianos, and Angelica's happy in Boston. The boys love it. Camila, she's going to graduate in May 19th. So you put everything in perspective. You love this team. This organization is about to take off. I'm not saying we're out this year, but we're about to make it a lot. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Soon. And the way they treat us, man. You go to like. I get tickets to go the Celtics in the finals on the floor, bro. It's like, man,
The perks.
It's
the
awesome,
perks.
man. And I mean, the North End, Aria.
It's beautiful.
Oof.
Beautiful.
Italian restaurant.
By nature, you
Massimo?
guys are one day at a time and take them one at a time. But we're going to put up your remaining schedule here, and you touched on it earlier. And when you look at this, what comes to mind?
That we're not gonna win the Walker tonight or lose it, but we gotta start making a run. This road trip is a tough one. Good pitching in Tampa, obviously the Twins. We have to make sure when we get there on that Friday at Fenway, we're right there. We're 2 games back, 3 games back, worst case scenario. Make it count. Make it count.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, and there's something about Fenway, when it really matters,
That
it
place
gets
goes
loud.
real
It gets
loud.
loud.
Yeah.
It gets loud.
The energy's different.
And they feel it. But
Oh, yeah.
it hasn't
real.
been that way lately, because we're playing. How we playing?
Alex, we've sat on this couch time and time again, and you've said it. You're 2 innings ahead.
I try sometimes.
When you watch it, it seems like that. Has it always been like that? Your first inning as a manager, did it get that way quickly?
No, not really. Ron Renicky helped me a lot.
How so?
When I got the job, I had certain names to be the bench coach, and Dave Dombrowski, who's my mentor, he gave me a chance to become a manager. He's like, no, this is the route we're going. We're gonna get a veteran bench coach, and he's gonna help you out. Jim Tracy was one of the names. Obviously, Ron Renicky. I played for Ron in 1997 in San Antonio, Texas. I still remember playing for him and doing things as far as like base running and all that stuff that caught my attention. And I was like, this guy, he knows what he's doing. So gave him a call. Hey, what you got? you want to be my bench coach? He's like, of course. This is an interview process. Like, you want to be my bench coach? He's like, yeah. I like, call David. So David's going to call you. David's going to call you, and you deal with the contract, but I want you. And the way he sees the game, he still stays in touch with me and all that. But he helped me out. Halfway through that season, things started slowing down. The last part of becoming a good manager, quote unquote, the pitching part of it, I was terrified. You know how it is. Like, okay, this guy.
Yeah.
And I think Ron helped me out as far as like, this is what you got to do to slow it down and to use the bullpen the right way. And so far, so good.
Well, it has worked out for you. Once again, your team has been a lot of fun to watch, and I know you got a little bit of ground to make up, but maybe it begins tonight against the New York Yankees.